All right, you got the quick review for inequalities, and so just a real quick reminder, remember with an inequality, you're not going to get a single number answer, you're going to get a set of numbers. So this is any number less than 3, right? Remember, if you were to graph this, you want a circle over the 3, indicating the 3 is not included, arrow to the left, and you guys in my class, you know I like to do this right up above it, right? It just makes things clearer, easier to read, so you don't have pencil over your black line. But circle over the 3, arrow to left, meaning any number below that is part of the solution. So don't forget this. If your variable's on the right, your brain works better by switching the sides. But remember, whenever you switch sides with an inequality, you have to reverse the inequality symbol. So z is greater than or equal to -2, dot over the -2, arrow to the right. Remember, whenever your variable's on the left, then your inequality symbol points in the same direction as the arrow goes, right? Makes sense and makes life easy. Okay, so a couple inequalities there. And then in solving, all right, so if you're solving an inequality, you're going to treat it just like an equation, and I know this is algebra 2, but I'll take a moment to explain the steps. So I want to isolate my variable right there. So I'm going to move the 4 first by adding its opposite to both sides. All right, and so now we have -3x over 2 is greater than -15. And now I teach my class, we can move the whole thing at one time by multiplying by the reciprocal. We'll do that to both sides. And remember, inequalities, don't forget this. Whenever you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative quantity, you flip or reverse or switch the inequality symbol. Okay, everything else divides out. That's why we did it. We isolated the variable. I'm going to reduce before I multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. Solution, x is less than 10. Hey, don't forget, when multiplying and dividing both sides of an inequality by a negative quantity, reverse the inequality symbol.